William and Charles throws tantrum as Harry skewering firm in 1,000 way to pay huge debt. Prince Harry has been accused of skewering the firm in 1,000 different ways, the most recent of which saw him snub both Prince William and Prince Charles again in a television interview. While visiting The Hague last month for the Invictus Games, Harry took part in an interview with the Today's Show anchor Hoda Kotb. The Duke of Sussex divulged details about life in the US with his wife Meghan Markle and about his recent return to British soil. Before attending the Games, which had been twice postponed due to the pandemic, Harry and Meghan made a stop-off in the UK for a surprise visit with the Queen. Harry spoke candidly about his visit to his grandmother, and said he was checking she was protected and had the right people around her. During the interview, Harry was asked if he missed his family at home. He replied with yes, before adding, especially over the last 2 years, for most people, have we not missed their families? Right? Hoda Kotb specifically then asked the Duke if he missed his brother and father, Prince William and Prince Charles. However, he stopped short of answering directly, saying he was focused on competitors at the Invictus Games. Journalist Celia Walden claims this was seemingly an example of Harry skewering the firm, as the Duke could have shown some diplomacy by answering the question rather than ignoring it. In a column, she claims this action saw the Prince of Wales and the Duke of Cambridge become the latest to be hit by Harry on a so-called dartboard of displeasure. Ms. Walden wrote, "Let's take stock of who has so far been nailed on his dartboard of displeasure. Harry's skewered the firm in 1,000 different ways, including, seemingly, his own father and brother. Apparently it wasn't just his truth he felt the need to share with Oprah, but theirs." And as he told the NBC Today show last month, Harry only dropped in on his grandmother en route to the Invictus Games to ensure that she was protected and had the right people around her. If the inference wasn't clear enough, Harry then refused to answer host Hoda Kotb when asked, "Do you miss your brother or your dad?" A straightforward yes would have sufficed. Doesn't even have to be true. It's called diplomacy. As Celia Walden points out, Prince Charles and William also were in the firing line during Harry and Meghan Markle's Oprah Winfrey interview. The explosive sit-down aired last March and saw the Sussexes make a series of bombshell claims about their time as senior royals. A fake priest who sparked security concerns for the upcoming Jubilee celebrations when he managed to black his way into an army barracks close to Windsor Castle also pretended to be Prince Harry's pal. A fake priest who managed to bluff his way into an army barracks had earlier pretended being pals with Prince Harry in a desperate attempt to bag himself a free pub meal. The Coldstream Guards launched 2 inquiries after the conniving man got into Victoria Barracks close to Windsor Castle and stayed over for the night, causing major security concerns just weeks before the Queen's Jubilee celebrations. The man is understood to have been sporting a vicar's dog collar and spoke with an American accent, reports. He claimed to on-duty guards that he had a meeting with a military chaplain, which fooled them into letting him inside the barracks. Despite telling stories that raised some suspicions about his true identity, the man was invited to stay the night and even given a meal and drinks in the officers' mess. But the next morning the intruder's game was rumbled when police officers were contacted and he was escorted from the base. It was also revealed by a pub landlord that he had to turn the intruder away after he claimed he was Harry and Meghan's friend in an attempt to get a free meal. Speaking, the landlord of the Prince Harry pub in Windsor said the fake priest had been in town for several days before last week's security breach at the barracks.